Imagine a building that looks like a UFO that has just landed on the edge of a cliff, offering panoramic views of one of the most beautiful bays on Earth. This isn't a scene from a sci-fi movie. This is the Niteroi Contemporary Art Museum, one of the most dramatic and instantly recognizable buildings ever created. Designed by the legendary Oscar Niemeyer, it's a masterpiece that goes far beyond simple shape. It's a lesson in structural audacity, in the power of concrete, and in how to create a powerful, emotional sequence of space. But how did Niemeyer, in his late 80s, engineer the saucer to cantilever over the rocky coastline? And what architectural secrets are hidden inside its iconic form? In this video, we're not just looking at a postcard. We're dissecting the engineering, the circulation, and the design philosophy that makes this building a timeless icon of modern architecture. To understand the Niteroi Museum, you first have to understand the mind of its architect, Oscar Niemeyer. A key figure in the development of modern architecture, Niemeyer was a poet of reinforced concrete. His famous phrase was, "I am not attracted to straight angles or to the straight line, hard and inflexible, created by man. I am attracted to free-flowing, sensual curves." And this building is the ultimate expression of that philosophy. But this isn't just an aesthetic choice. It's a structural one. The curve is an inherently strong form. The entire museum is essentially a massive, inverted concrete cone that supports the flying saucer disc. This central core is the backbone of the entire structure, containing the vertical circulation, the stairs and elevator, and anchoring the building firmly to the bedrock. A pro tip for understanding brutalist architecture like this is to always look for the core. It's almost always the key to the structural logic. The core takes all the vertical loads and provides the stability to resist the tremendous overturning moment created by the cantilever. And let's talk about that cantilever. This is where the engineering becomes pure magic. The main exhibition gallery is a circular floor plate that extends nearly 60 feet out over the cliffside, seemingly floating in air. How is this possible without massive columns? The secret is in the connection between the disc and the core. The concrete slab of the disc is integrally cast with the central core, creating a monolithic, rigid connection. It acts like a giant lever. The weight of the portion of the disc that is behind the core over the land acts as a counterbalance to the portion that extends out over the cliff. The structural engineers performed incredibly precise calculations to ensure that the dead load of the building itself keeps it stable. A common misconception is that the building is a pure cantilever. It's more accurately a balance system, a seesaw where the backspan weight balances the front span. This is a critical distinction that every structural engineering student should grasp. Now let's experience the building as Niemeyer intended, not from the outside, but from within. The architectural promenade, or the sequential experience of moving through the building, is a masterclass in drama. You don't just walk into the gallery. You approach along a winding, red-painted ramp that contrasts starkly with the white concrete and the blue sky. This ramp builds anticipation, slowly revealing the panoramic view. You then enter the building through a relatively low, dark lobby in the core. This is a classic architectural move: compression and release. You are compressed in the dark, enclosed space, and then you are released into the vast, light-filled gallery with its floor-to-ceiling curved windows and that breathtaking 360-degree view of Guanabara Bay, Rio de Janeiro, and the Sugarloaf Mountain. The art is placed on low, freestanding panels in the center, ensuring that the landscape itself becomes the primary artwork. This is a profound lesson in site-specific design. The building frames the view and makes it an integral part of the museum experience. From a construction and materials perspective, the museum is a testament to the power and plasticity of reinforced concrete. Niemeyer treated concrete not as a rough, utilitarian material, but as a smooth, sculptural finish. The entire structure was cast in place using complex formwork that had to be shaped to create those perfect, sweeping curves. A major challenge in a building like this is dealing with thermal expansion and contraction. The large, circular slab is exposed to the sun all day, and concrete expands when it heats up. To manage this, expansion joints are critically important. Furthermore, the waterproofing of the roof and the connection between the curved glass facade and the concrete structure required meticulous detailing to prevent leaks, a common challenge in complex geometric buildings. A workflow secret for analyzing such a building today would be to use a BIM software like Revit to model the entire structure and run solar studies, understanding how heat gain affects the building throughout the year. In conclusion, the Niteroi Contemporary Art Museum is so much more than a pretty picture. It is a symphony of bold structural engineering, a carefully choreographed spatial experience, and a perfect marriage between a man-made form and a natural landscape. It stands as a final, defiant, and beautiful statement from Oscar Niemeyer, proving that architecture can be both technically brilliant and profoundly poetic. It teaches us that a building's form should be a direct expression of its structure and its site, and that the journey through a building can be as important as the destination. As always, a note on the broader context. While we analyze the architectural and engineering marvels of iconic buildings, it's important to remember that they exist within a social and economic framework. The construction of such landmarks often involves complex funding, political will, and has a significant impact on its surrounding community and urban fabric. Our focus here is on the technical and design aspects, but a complete understanding acknowledges this wider picture. If this deep dive into one of the world's most unique museums inspired you, and you want to see us break down more architectural icons like the Sydney Opera House or the Centre Pompidou, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Let us know in the comments what other legendary buildings you'd like us to analyze next.